Greetings and welcome to the 1/6 Scale Man Probably presents another episode of You Know What It Is, man. Collectors Lounge International Sunday Fun Day. I'm your host, Lael Rockwell, for the 1/6 Scale Man YouTube channel. Thank you for definitely being here with us today. Got a lot of things that we're going to actually cover here. But first, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification so you're always up to date as to what we got going on over here on the channel. And if you haven't become a member, hey, maybe you want to become a member of the channel and get like just special perks and things that I know haven't. Look, I've been slacking when it comes to that space because a lot has been going on, but I'm going to be devoting a lot more of my time towards the channel, building it up and making sure that, you know, people are getting the perks that are basically that comes with it. So thank you guys that have been sticking with me and rocking with me from day one, man. Definitely appreciate it. But I am definitely not here by myself. I'm here with an incredible panel. How you guys doing today? How are you?
Oh, good.
Very well. Thank you very much, Lee.
Yeah.
Nice to be here.
Yeah.
Hanging out.
Just hanging. Just going into the Winchester, having a pint, waiting for it all to blow over.
Hey, I'm in this water life right now. I'm definitely in water. I'm staying away from. So what I did was I'm kind of getting myself away from like I'm on a no sugar, more green based, plant based, not plant based, but just more like my greens, my naturals and stuff like that. So I'm going to be doing that for a few months. I'm already, since I've been started doing it, I'm already 5 pounds and I'm down.
Wow.
So I've actually lost 5. I'm happy about that. I'm on my way for like another 10 pounds, you know, even
I
like
people found your 5 pounds.
Yeah, I'm actually getting to like another, so I'm working on it. So by the end of the summer, I plan on being like at least 15 pounds down from where I was. And people were like, well, why, man, you're doing this? That's too much. Like, you don't even. Yeah, exactly. But understandably so, like, just keep in mind, like when I started this journey originally a couple years back, even during the pandemic, started working out with like my old trainer, and he was a competition trainer. And what I mean by that is he would put, you know, muscle weight on and then cut. Well, what happened was I was following his regimen, just lifting too much, you know what I mean, and bulking up too much to the point where it was like, okay, now that weight started, you know, and the muscles, whatever, started really damaging joints like my shoulder, my knee, my mid back and stuff like that. So then I went into this recourse of trying to say, you know, I when I started really feeling it too much, I was like, yeah, I got to take all this off. So that's why I'm on this regimen now, just to trim way back down. So it's not too much stress on the joints. The older you get, you already know how that gets, man. So I was like, yeah, I got to stay away from it. That's just me. Yep. So yeah, so that's where I'm on right now. That's why I was like, you know what, you're gonna see me on the water. There's gonna be no Starbucks visits for me for a while to try to. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I gotta really take control of this. So you already know how it is. I'll still be having like my normal like green tea and probiotics to kind of help. You know, got to get your gut checks in order and all that, man. But other than that, I'm staying away from it. So anyway, so glad to be here with you guys today, because we got some things that we're going to definitely talk about. You know, we need to talk about. So we're going to definitely get into that. Before we do, got to say what's up to the spaces, and we're going to get to the chat here in just a moment. But I got to say what's up to the places where we get these figures, man. As always, you know, again, starting off with my man Ray over there. I call him all day, every day Ray over there at Underground Figures. Again, if you're looking for the latest and greatest in collectibles and a collectible experience, make sure that you sign up for that newsletter so you're always up to date as to when your figures are going to be arriving and new figures being revealed. On top of that, create yourself an account, because you never know when there's going to be free shipping or a discount code off of the figure of choice. And remember, no NRD. You actually head on over there, you tell him I sent you, and he'll make sure that you are definitely taken care of, because that's what Ray does. He's such an incredible individual. So hit him up and he definitely got your back as always. Also, we got to give a shout out to our guy Ray over there at Hawkworth Toys. Again, we saw them Cool Water Ray. Again, nice little care package. You definitely get the figure of choice, stickers, comic books. He makes sure that you have everything that you need to proceed. So you want to hit him up, and he will make sure that you have all of those things. Definitely a pillar in this community, always making sure that we have everything, and a proud sponsor of everything that goes on over there at the Figure Flex Friday Facebook group. Also, we got to give a shout out to our guy Jacob over there at Comic Relief Comic Collectibles. Just an individual to make sure that, you know, definitely we are taking care of not only just with figures, but source material. Again, comics, you want to make sure that you are always up to date as to everything that you're collecting, behind the scenes, story beats, stuff like that. He makes sure that you have everything that you need in that space. Also, we want to give a shout out to our guy Brian Wong over there at Maji Case, Maji Space. If you're looking for an incredible display, hit him up. He'll make sure that you have everything that you need as far as, you know, your own display option. I have that mono, but you might be looking for a little bit something different. So head on over there. He'll take care of you as he always does. Last but not least, as and I like poking fun with this because I'm allowed to do this. Make sure that you head over there to Tina Cruz El Deluvio. Now, I was told basically before, and I'm gonna keep harping on it, that I should stop. That told me that I need to stop doing it because she's not available and all this other stuff. Yeah, I think ever since I put that guy on blast, he hasn't said nothing since. So I'm glad. Anyway, make sure you head on over there because she will definitely take care of you and give you everything that you need. I mean, you see her work; it speaks for itself. And by the end of it, I just want to make sure that, again, this becomes her profession because she does such a great job with it. So hit her up. She'll definitely take care of you, especially if you're trying to get the figure choice rooted. So, yeah, man, that's definitely where we are right now in the space. But other than that, man, let me say what's up to the chat and everybody that's actually out there. As soon as I can get myself, here we go, reacclimated. Let me say what's up to the chat and everybody that we got in here with us. We got 40 people watching. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Let's see who we got in here. We got my man Docinators in the building. Thank you for being here, brother. We got Fig Poser. What up with you, brother? We got my man Time Traveling Nomad in the building. Hey, what's going on with you? Christopher Lee is in here. What's going on? He says, sorry about those Knicks. Yeah, you know what? It's crazy, bro. Yeah, it is what it is. They did what they could do, but I had low expectations based on it. But you know what? It is a rebuilding process, and they're getting there, man. So you already know how it is. Rivals in the building. Thank you for being here. 12-inch Smooth Stream is in here. What's up, man? What's going on? He said he got his dude back and the muscle rack. So there you go, man. As always. Who else do we got in here? CJP Models is in the building. Thank you for being here, as always. Who else do we got out here in the building with us? We got Palal 89. What's going on with you, brother? Thank you for being here, as always. We definitely appreciate you. Who else do we got? Windman is in the building. Thank you for being here. Mauler's in the building with us. Thank you for being here as well. So we're going to dive in with a little news. We're going to start off with some news. And I think this is definitely appropriate to have this conversation first and foremost. I wanted to do this because I am very disappointed. When I say this, and I say this basically from the heart, I'm disappointed in how, I'm disappointed in how I don't want to say this community, because I think this community is incredible. But I'm talking about the pop culture community in general, how we handle things when it doesn't work in our favor, or when we basically feel as though an opinion needs to be voiced. And sometimes I think that people just do it just to be heard. And sometimes that we forget the lives that it touches. Sometimes we forget the simple fact that, it isn't just us, but it's the artists, it's the creatives, but then also it's kids, children that literally are at an unfair advantage because they're introduced into a world that they much want to be a part of. But then at the same time, it's like, the scrutiny and the things that they are exposed to, I think that the industry itself should be better at shielding them from. Now, you're probably wondering what I'm talking about, but there was news that basically broke earlier this week that, again, we got the cast of the new Harry Potter HBO show. Okay. So I want to kind of bring this in here because I think that this is really, really foul. Now, of course, this is the cast. the new cast of the Harry Potter show that's going to be now on HBO. It's going to be streamed, pretty much on HBO right now. And this group, and again, I want to bring up the names here really quick because it's interesting. Once I get the names here, hold on a second. Give me just a sec. There was I think they said there was over 2,000 or 30,000 kids, or more than 30,000 kids that auditioned for the role. These were the children that were selected, that got it, right? If you would have heard, now mainly I want to bring this up about the girl playing Hermione. I'm trying to find her name right now, but while I'm trying to get her name, if you would have heard some of the things that were actually said about this, about, oh, now they're race swapping, wow, not my Hermione, oh, here we go again, DEI and all this other stuff, and they were completely going after this young lady. Now, if you've read the books, and people who have read the books will know, that was not one mention of Hermione's nationality in the books. Not one. All it talked about, it was a description of her hair and how she looked. Not once did it say anything about, again, if you're not up to, and they did that to almost the entire cast, but not once a mention of it. But it's crazy how two people, the actor that's basically playing Professor Snape, which is now played by Papa Hasudu, who is an actor of African descent. These two characters, them have received the most, especially coming from a pop culture community. This is sad, man. It's sad to basically see, and it's appalling, but at the same time, it's crazy how I can actually sit up here and say it's nothing new, that I can expect this type of behavior. You know what I mean? That we're starting to see that this is the norm. That anytime basically I see a post or an Instagram, or especially a post on Facebook, that I won't look at it if I see a laugh emoji. I won't. Because I can almost expect that when I look at that, there's going to be some ignorant ass comments that are made. You know what I mean? So this is completely insane to me. That now these children, and I'm a Potterhead, I'm sorry. But to see this, man, it says so much. It says so much about the culture in general, to the point where sometimes you just don't want to look at shit. You don't want to be a part of the discussion. You don't want to look at anybody's groups. You don't want to look at the news. You don't want to see nothing. I just want to see great entertainment. I want to support these individuals because, again, they're actors. And on top of that, she's a classically trained theater actress right now. She's in the theater. You know what I mean? So, and I think that the selection in general, I love the cast. I love that. Look, the casting director and whoever basically they make a choice based off of talent. If you're telling me that there were 30,000 people, 30,000 kids that auditioned, and they selected these kids based on chemistry, because you know that they would have put them in by groups just to see who gels well. So if there was 30,000 kids and they selected this, obviously they saw something that was special. And for us, or for a community, to take the rights away from these kids to really have their time to shine, that's bad. Terrible. Really bad, man. And I can't say it enough. Look, even within this community, we may have our disagreements when it comes to figures and what we actually see. But the one thing I can say about this community that we're in when it comes to plastic crack collecting, the one thing I can actually say is I very seldomly see the level of vitriol, You know what I mean? Like the level of 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 lack of empathy towards especially in my, I can't speak for everybody else's group, but I know here that's what makes this community special, especially people who watch, because I know how they feel. And I know when they see stuff like that, and I can see it, they're like, yeah, it's not. You know, it's crazy. But anyway, Mandy, you see stuff like this. What's your thoughts behind it?
I try and ignore all the bad and the negativity. I saw this picture and I thought, what perfect casting. You
Yeah.
know, they just look right. And like you say, if you do, and I've read all the books, but wasn't Hermione? She was a little bit geeky, wasn't she? She had
Yeah.
frizzy hair. They described her as having big teeth.
Big
They
teeth.
described her.
Exactly.
So this girl is. It's only because people are scared of change. I think change bothers people.
Yeah.
They know what they know. They've, that trio's been the Harry Potter trio for so long, but things move on, and I think, but they've kept the essence of everyone there. Look at that. They're such a, I mean, and starting on kids, just
young kids. They're young children.
And they're bound to look at social media. They're bound to see comments because you're not ignorant to all this. So just think on, these are people, these are children, these will go home and go in their bedroom and they might be on top of the world. And then something like with anything, the positive comments, they kind of water off a duck's back. You don't notice them as much. You get one negative and that hits you really hard. And it's like, you don't want to mess with them. Just let them be. I mean, well done to them guys, audition, got through, and the pressure on them as well. Just leave them alone.
Yeah.
I'll fight you.
Yeah, right. The
Yeah.
characters are being played. So Harry is being played by Dominic McClellan. Arabella Stanton is the one who's basically playing Hermione. And the one who's playing Ron is Alistair Stout, who's basically, so these are the three that are
That's a very British name.
Yeah, Alistair, right?
Alistair Stout.
Yeah, Alistair Stout.
Arabella
right?
sounds very posh, doesn't she?
Yeah,
right.
Splendid.
So these are definitely the three kids that are playing this role. And
are they British or are they American or Canadian?
They're British.
Or...
They're all British.
They're British. They're all British. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all British that are basically playing, and I can't wait. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see, what they're going to do. And I think they're basically going to do such an incredible job, and I cannot wait for it.
That's a lovely photo as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
so cute.
It is. It definitely is. And I think that this girl, who is classically trained, by the way, and she's basically been doing theater now since for a few years now.
Wow.
For a few years, and she's doing such a great job. Like, I can't believe, let me pull up, this is her, a closer look at this young girl, and she's perfect for the role.
Oh, she really is.
Yeah,
she's perfect for the role. Like, this is basically that she's perfectly chosen for this role. You know what I mean? And I think she's going to be an incredible job. She's going to do definitely an incredible job with it. You know what I mean? And we get a chance to see over time, depending on how long they do it, we're seeing the progression with these particular characters. But give them a chance, man. Give them a chance. Definitely give these kids a chance to show what they can do. You know what I mean? And I think we need
the line, there's a line you don't cross.
Bro.
If you've got a problem with casting or you've got a problem with story direction, okay, those are fine. Those are fair game for criticism. But you leave kids alone. You know they're going to hear this stuff. It's going to affect them at that age.
Well, not just at that age. What about poor Bella Ramsey? I mean, she's like coming for all sorts.
Oh my God!
Oh yeah! Oh, for
leave her alone.
The
game's the game. The TV show's a TV show.
Yeah,
they're not always going to be exact copies. You know, one
Yeah.
person likes blue, one person likes red. It's cool. You know, just
Mhm.
just accept. You know.
Yeah,
I
bro.
personally think this photo of the three of them together, and the thing is a
Mm.
lot of people, I think a lot of people don't factor in chemistry readings when they're doing these kinds
Yeah.
of work. If you've got three kids that all look exactly right, but they don't mesh,
Mhm.
it doesn't matter then. It'll be bad because they're not
Yeah.
able to bounce
You
off
won't
of each
believe
other.
it, will you?
You won't
You
believe
won't believe it. No.
if this is the three that had the best chemistry reading out of however many was it 30,000?
Yeah, 30,000 kids.
30,000 kids. They narrowed it down to these three had the best chemistry. I would just
Mhm.
trust that. Trust
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
What do they have to what are they trying to pull over you by oh no, we're just having it's whatever DEI they say or whatever. It's like
Yeah.
no, it's they don't want to put things on the screen that people don't want to watch.
Yeah.
They're not trying to make a bad product.
Yeah.
They're trying to make the best product they can.
Yeah.
And if this is the three that they came up with, then like you said, give them a chance, see how
Yeah.
it
They haven't
goes.
even showed one episode. They haven't
Not
even
one
showed one episode. Just shut the bloody hell up until,
and
you know, you've seen
honestly,
it. And yeah,
this photo itself reminds me very, very much. And I remember because I'm like you guys, I've read all the books, I've seen all the movies multiple
Yeah.
times. I've
Yeah.
actually read the books a few times over myself, but
Yeah. Yeah.
this photo reminds me of that first photo we got of Emma Watson and Rupert Grint and Daniel Radcliffe together when they were all small.
it's
Yeah.
adorable,
Very
isn't it?
very similar.
Yeah.
And I'm after having seen this, I'm more excited to see the show.
Yeah. 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 I mean, plain
Yeah.
and simple. That
Yeah.
I'm right there with you, man. Because here's the thing: is Bella Ramsey. Again, people forget. And here's the thing: I saw something special in her Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah.
I knew she was special in Game of Thrones. I knew she was special. And when I saw her in that, and I was like, yo, this little girl is powerful, man. And
Yeah.
when
She's
she was,
so good.
I was like, there is something special for her. And seeing her, every emotional beat that we actually see in Last of Us. Here's the thing, and this is what I'm saying. Everybody can say what they want, and they've been saying what they want about the way she looks, but no one has questioned her acting ability.
Yeah,
Right?
very good
Not
point.
one. Nobody's questioning her acting ability because you can't say. So that's the only thing. You can only resort to the name or the body shaming and the name calling the way she looks. You know what I mean? Which I happen to think she looks very adorable. She does.
She's
does.
very
She has a unique look, bro. And
Yeah.
it's a unique.
cherubic.
Yeah, she's very
like-
unique. It's a very unique look for her. And
Mhm.
she is a phenomenal actress.
Mhm.
A phenomenal actress. Because I'm gonna tell you, for people who've never seen Game of Thrones at all, if you didn't basically
she's so
see her
good in
stuff,
that.
you would look at her, you'd be like, wow, like, yo, yeah, she's a phenomenal actress. And you
And
can't
she
take
was
that away
even
from-
younger then.
and yes,
And
and
Maisie, the Stark girl, you know.
Oh, Maisie
Maisie,
Maisie
Yeah, she
Williams,
came in for a lot of flack as well, and that really sent her over the edge.
Yeah,
You
she
know,
had a
it's
rough
like
time.
not everybody looks the same, and that's
not
the
everybody
beauty
looks the same.
of you know,
And
Yeah.
she's another one that I thought she's
Phenomenal.
adorable. And she's
Adorable,
great-
man.
And such a good she was I think that was her first thing too, Maisie Williams.
Yes,
yeah, I think it
And
was.
she killed it.
and she killed it. And that's
Like,
what I'm
she
saying,
killed it in
man.
that show.
Yo, that's yeah.
But what you were saying about like you know, how people sort of gel together. I recently watched, I mean, I've seen it before, but when Carrie Fisher was reading the audition for Princess
yeah.
Leia, and
Yeah.
that you know, the girl that was in Laverne and Shirley auditioned, and as soon as Carrie Fisher, how she was with Harrison Ford, it was like
Yeah.
it was instant. It was
Yeah.
like
it was their
multicolor
chemistry.
against black and white.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
I mean, the others were good, but it was just very much do 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 do, and then she came in. It was like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the chemistry that they're
Yeah.
looking at. They're looking at chemistry. They're not looking at the way you look. They're not. They're not looking at the and here's one thing, and that because even the director, and I read this the other day, director who basically cast Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards.
Mhm.
He said what I was looking for was everything. He was looking for a person who can play an everyday father or struggles with that. A person who basically struggles with the simple fact that they have a genius level, a beyond genius level intellect, and get so seduced by that any hint of failure becomes almost like post-traumatic for them. You know what I mean? And also dealing with the simple fact that the weight of the world falls on your shoulders. So many different aspects. And he said that Pedro Pascal covered all of that.
Mhm.
And they were looking for chemistry. That's what they look for, is chemistry. And we've seen now how wrong chemistry can be in different aspects. How if you can get chemistry wrong, and people, if you go off of just the way a person looks, how
Mhm.
that chemistry can just, it just falls to the wayside. Madam Webb. So this is what I'm saying. Like, again, I'm sorry, because that movie was horrible.
It was bad.
It was horrible.
I've not
But
seen that.
you don't want to. Please don't.
Ah,
Please
Sydney Sweeney looked great in it, but
Please
other
don't.
than that,
But we know how basically a cast, if you put
Yep.
the cast in the right way, how a cast works. Because I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Stranger Things is one of the greatest shows of all time.
Mhm.
I am so excited about that. You don't understand. It is one of my favorite shows of all time. And the cast that they put together works perfectly.
Mhm.
Perfectly. And we've seen it, right? Again, another person who gets flack, Millie Bobby Brown.
Mm.
I think she's
Oh,
an
yeah,
incredible
of
actress.
course.
She does an incredible job. But anyway, it's just do better. That's what I want to say. Everybody out there, do better. Give these kids a chance. We'll definitely see it. And I think in time, you'll understand that the casting was perfect. So I'll just put it to you that way.
Here.
Yeah. Moving on, though. I want to talk about a reveal that we got just the other day. We knew it was coming. Yelena Belova. This is basically from the Thunderbolts. So we got Florence Pugh herself playing Yelena Belova. And I think here's the thing, it's crazy because, of course, a few years back, we got the reveal and the release of Yelena Belova from Black Widow, the Black Widow film. Now you can see that they've definitely improved on the sculpt. It looks more like Florence Pugh. This, especially right here, looks like I'm looking right at her.
Yep.
In the body shape, look at that.
Yeah,
Body shape.
the body shape, everything, they've improved on it. It looks exactly like her. The hair. Now, I know a lot of people were like, well, the hair looks a little iffy. I still think, it's sculpted for what it's worth, shorter hair. I mean, they could have gave us Rooted. But I think for people don't give Hot Toys enough credit when it comes to sculpted hair, man. Sculpted hair, like they are killing it right now with sculpted. Way better, especially with the paint applications. You see the actual the hint of the black and everything that's actually in her roots. I think they're killing it. Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
That's just so good. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. And I think that they're doing an incredible job with this piece. Now look, gotta say it, like it may not be a figure for everybody because again, we can't have everything. But let's just admire the artistry and just how it looks. I think the tailoring on this is incredible. We know we have a few more that are actually coming. We just have to wait and see. I know predictions are out there, what we will see, but we just gotta kind of wait. But I think for what it's worth, at least this is the start of something good. I'm glad that they gave it the purrs. You know what? Moving Eyes going forward, they can't go back from that because Moving Eyes for every sculpt just brings that character to life more because it just brings the realism. It's not like that, blind stare and that you have to angle the character a certain way just for you to. It looks good. I think everything that we're getting from this looks good so far. Rob, what you think about this, man?
I love this. The first shots that I saw of it was I forget who posted. I think Renz posted it.
Of course
it was.
Of course it's Renz Talentino, bro.
It's Renz.
Of course.
No, I initially. I actually, because granted, it was early in the morning and I just kind of looked at my phone. I thought it was a photo of Florence Pugh. I did not instantly think that it was a figure. And then I saw, that's from Renz. I see. And then I looked at it more and obviously you can tell. But yeah, it's
I'm so-
That's funny.
Yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, like it's that sculpt is I I don't throw I try not to throw around the 10 out of 10 face sculpt, but
Yeah.
that is very, very close.
Yeah, it is. It's very close.
And they didn't give her the like Florence Pugh has a she doesn't have like the Scarlett Johansson body type.
She had, you know what? And I'm glad you pointed that out.
Yeah.
I'm glad you
She's
pointed that
real.
out.
She's real, isn't she?
She's real.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You could see her in the street, you know.
Yeah,
beautiful,
and the way that they've done the figure, I love that it looks like a real female body type, like an athletic, but what you would see day to day. She doesn't look like a model or a Hollywood actress type thing. No shade to Scarlett Johansson.
No shade to her, whatever. But the thing is, and that's crazy, bro, because Florence Pugh she's both beautiful, she's attractive, but she relates to the everyday woman.
Every interview I've ever seen her
she relates because she's just down to earth, that person. She has a great sense of humor, but she doesn't, you know what I mean, fall into that Hollywood category where you have to be this, that, and the third. And the thing is, even when talking to her, I mean, I'm sorry, not talking to her, but when they were talking to her, the one thing that she wanted and what she said about this film that she wanted to do, and she wanted to make perfectly clear, is that Yelena Belova is an athletic individual. She's more so someone who is brittled by her past, but she's not this overly sexualized character. She wanted to make it where she has a mission. She's really into that. Like, this is where she's at. She doesn't care about all the things. And that's the differences that they wanted to make in Black Widow. And she even made it with the whole posing thing. That's why she sort of made fun of it. She was like, look, I'm just who I am as a person. And that's why she said she didn't want an overly sexualized outfit. She wanted it militarized. Like she wanted something that she could see herself wearing in the military, and that's what it is and was. But she wanted to fit that category. Yeah,
she's exactly the kind, like I was saying, based on interviews I've seen of her where she just talks about things, whatever movie that she happened to be pitching at the time. I look at her, I look at the way she talks and how her personality, and she is, I would say, every girl that I knew when I was in university, that would be down to go. Let's go down for a pint.
Yeah,
that's her, and she seems like she's just so real and so normal, like a normal person.
Yeah,
and you want to be her friend.
She's like our Mandy.
Yes.
She's like our Mandy, our lovable Mandy, who we just love and adore all the time. Man.
That's right.
That's what it is. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's what it is. You can't take away from that.
Yeah. So not to put too fine a point on it, but yeah. I love this. I love this piece. I have not pre-ordered it yet, but I plan to, because when Heather and I went and saw Thunderbolts last week, I think it was. Heather thinks she's awesome too. So
I think she's awesome, bro. I mean, I took my daughter to go see it last night. We went to go see it again yesterday, and she loved it. So
it's a good movie.
Hold on, we got a special guest coming in here really quick. He always shows up, and he just when he shows up, it's a party all the time, man. So we're gonna bring him in. But before we do that, though, Mitchell Lawrence, we are always here. We are always here. Because when he said this, I was like, bro, let's speak this into it. He said, I can see some getting her and modifying her into a princess. I hope that InArt does this. I hope that they get, and I'm hoping with basically like the third film that we get her. So Mitchell, bro, I was thinking it, but as soon as you said it, I was like, he's here. He is right there with me. He is here. I mean, we're just Dune lovers, so I'm sorry. It's just we just when it comes to Dune, like we can have this discussion all the time. So he was right here with me. But before we actually bring actually, I get to you, Mandy, on this. We got to bring in my guy, man. Prop. We got to bring Prop Wiz.
Hey, what's up,
I hit him up. I was like, yo, as you if you got time, come through.
bro?
And he came through. What's going on with you, bro?
Man, chilling, bro. Glad to be here. Yeah, just got the message a little late, but
It's
I'm here
all
now.
It's all right, bro. I was like, yo, Prop. If you busy, if you ain't busy, come through, bro. Come through, and we got you, man. So definitely thank you for being here, bro, and taking some time out. We're gonna definitely have some great discussions there today. I'm gonna get to you in just a sec. Oh, hold up. Damn, we got somebody else coming through. Yeah, I mean, like, damn, you come through with it, but it kind of makes sense because, yeah, it makes sense. Hey, buddy, you already know what it is, man. We got.
Oh, there it is.
Of course.
And then you gotta always bring the gun show, bro. Like, yeah, I mean, bro, like, yo, what's going on, bro? You good?
I'm straight. I got an hour. I got to leave to go to work in about an hour. So
I got you, bro. But
I've been here. I've been listening. I've been trying to work and shit in the room. And I was like, fuck it, I'll jump on for an hour.
No doubt.
Let's get it.
Appreciate
What's up, everybody? How you guys doing?
You already know, man. Mandy, I'm gonna go to you on this really quick here. What's your thoughts on this figure?
I love it. I think that head sculpt is just beautiful. Like beautiful. The hair, the way you can see her roots and everything, it's just great. Like you said before, the body shape, everything. And the more I see of Florence Pugh, the more I think I love her a little bit more every single time. We saw in We Live in Time. Oh God, heartbreaking.
It was a heartbreaking film.
Oh God, she was just brilliant. But this, I think this has really captured her now. Yeah. I'm definitely, this is not me saying I'm not pre-ordering and then I pre-order. I'm definitely not pre-ordering this, but I am very tempted when she comes out. If finances are good at the time, then I think I'll just order it. And I won't get the rest of the crew, but she would be enough for me because she's brilliant. She's so brilliant, and like you say, she's got that touchable quality where you could not touch her. Well, you might, but she's like, you can relate to her. That's it. You can relate to her. She'd be your buddy. You could hang out. You could have a laugh. You could take the piss. You could, you could fart in front of her. Let's say that we could fart in front of each other.
You really could, because she talks about farts all the time, man.
Has she?
Yeah.
We could have burping competitions. We would have fun.
Yeah.
So I think I'm not pre-ordering it, but I will pick it up when it comes out.
Yeah, definitely.
I love her.
Definitely. Prop, what's your thoughts on this figure, man?
Similar to Mandy, bro. I think I want it, man. It's a good looking figure. I'm gonna tell you a little story, actually. When I first started collecting, man, my first figure, I believe, was Captain America from the first Avengers.
Yeah.
And the 89 Batman and the 77 or 78 Superman, Christopher Reeve. And then I got Black Widow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It had the rooted hair. That's where the addiction started. Like, I didn't even want Black Widow. I just wanted this 1/6 scale figure thing was new to me.
Yeah.
The only figure that was out. Disney at the time, I don't think people remember, man. Disney figures were a little bit cheaper.
Yep.
Or at least the Marvel figures were a little bit cheaper than the other figures, right? So anyways, long story short, man, that Black Widow ended up being one of my favorite figures, just the design of the suit. And I'm getting that same feeling from this. Yo, you know what I mean? Yelena wasn't my favorite character at first. Thunderbolts, I think it's safe to say she carried that movie nicely. You know what I'm saying? If there's a main character, it was definitely her. I've been hearing the hype about her acting. I got to go back and watch a few movies. You know what I'm saying? Again, bro, Thunderbolts kind of convinced me, dude.
If that movie,
watch Midsommar.
Midsummer's on the list.
Bro,
okay, Midsummer's on the list.
Watch Midsommar. Watch Oppenheimer as well. Watch.
I saw her in Oppenheimer's.
Yeah,
I bet you did. Yeah, you saw that one, didn't you?
No comment. I feel like I should say something, but no. Hey,
I got a few movies on my list. I saw Oppenheimer though.
I watched it. Hey, for the same hey, watch Monster Ball for the same reason. But listen, but as far as the figure, dude, the figure is dope, man. I haven't pulled the trigger. I want it, but I think I'm going to wait for it to come out. Like I'm gonna leave it to the fate. If it sells out in pre-order, then I'm not getting it. You know what I'm saying? But if it gets closer to that release date and is there, and I got my sideshow rewards stacked up, I'll probably cop it, man. It's a beautiful figure though,
bro. And you know what? And here's the thing, because in the film, and I want to mention, I don't, because for people who haven't seen it, I don't want.
Come on, dog. We ain't doing. They can do spoilers by now.
There's a post-credit scene. And if you watch the post-credit scene, she has two totally different suits, and her hair is changed a slight bit. Still short, but it's slightly changed. So again, it's the suit's not too different, but it's different enough. So I know that we're going to get another version of her. We might, because Hot Toys sometimes like to play that game where they may not, but we might get a different version of her in Doomsday. So that's definitely something to be looked at. So, and that's where a lot of people might go hesitant. But I love the way this look. I haven't pre-ordered yet, you know what I mean? Because again, I'm just trying to get some faculty, some things in order. I'm still in recovery mode right now. But once I do, and when I'm back in order, then, I might, definitely, I'm just waiting to make sure that there's not a secondary look. But, it does, it looks great. You
could do a really good custom Jedi with that sculpt as well.
Oh, you could.
Oh, yeah.
She would be a really cool Jedi.
Yo, she would.
I'm gonna buy two.
I would love to see her in Star Wars. I definitely would. Yes. I would love to see her in Star Wars because I think she definitely has the right attitude for it, and I think that she would pull it off. I mean, I'm not we speaking into existence. I'm not saying it whatever happens, but you know what? And it would, to be quite honest, if you thought about it, I would have loved to see her and Ryan Gosling in Starfighter together, because those two personalities bouncing off of each other, that shit would be funny as hell, man. For real, just to see it, because she's a no-nonsense woman. You know what I mean? So that would definitely be dope. Calvin, what you think about this figure, man?
I enjoy this just as much as I enjoyed the movie.
Yeah.
This is dope. I didn't really care for the white version of her. I don't like white things as it is. And things get too dirty when they're white. So that was the one reason I didn't get that one. But this one looks dope. Also, I'm a fan of length of hair, so I like that her hair is finally growing back.
Yeah.
But no, this is dope. The only reason I wouldn't get this, I'm really not wanting to do lines anymore. I'm still working on Deadpool and Wolverine line. I'm still debating on how deep I want to go into the Ahsoka line. I'm still trying to finish the Endgame line. And who knows if they're even going to give us this. The movie didn't do great as far as box office is concerned. Are we going to get a Sentry? I can't get this without a Sentry.
Yeah. Because it makes sense. But the chemistry between both of them was so good.
I don't want to buy it. I want a Sentry.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
And,
true. And then the rest of the team, are they going to cut short on a couple of people here? They're going to put them out. We don't know what they're going to do. Yeah. So this is one that I'm just going to sit back and see how what transpires when they come to the full line of it.
Imagine that face greeting you when you come in your collection room, though. Look at that.
Bro.
Look at that.
And here's the thing, like, because you're on to something too, because how long did that white suit sit for a while, bro?
Yeah.
It sat for a long time. So again, we know this is going to be there. You know what I mean? It'll be there. It's something that you don't have to, have like a knee-jerk reaction to, that you have to just jump in and get it. You can just, you can pause and wait like a little bit. You know what I mean? But it's definitely a beautiful figure. And like you said, we just got to kind of wait and see who else they're going to give us. I definitely want a Sentry, because I think that would be dope.
Yeah. I think with her, you got to get Red Guardian too.
You got You know what it is? Do you guys?
What?
Yeah.
do you guys find it? So these kind of figures, what I didn't say about the Black Widow figure, this looks so tactical. Like I'm so used to collecting superhero stuff. You know what I'm saying? And this doesn't necessarily scream superhero. It's more soldier thing to me. So there is a little bit of that where I need that Red Guardian. I would love the Sentry. I would love that other stuff just to make it feel more superhero like. Does that sound corny? Does that make sense? I don't know if I hear myself. You know what I mean? It just looks, yeah. Dope outfit. Not dissing it at all, but it is this little bit of, you know, when people walk in the house, are they going to know? Because it's not just for me. It's when the people come here. I love it when they go and look at the collection. Yeah. And I feel like this is still a character that I kind of have to explain who she is, what she is, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? But
a illusion entity is not a Debbie Downer. That's just facts. We may not get them all, and that's the thing. The way Hot Toys moves as of late, we may not get them all. We don't know. I mean, we know that's how it works. And again, they go off of popularity, popular vote.
Right.
So we may not. You know,
do we feel? Does it seem like the movie is a flop? Because I saw that it didn't make as much, but are we calling that a flop? It still made a nice little chunk of change, right?
I think it's profited. I don't think it.
It's profited, but nowadays, bro, it's always a flop by standards now, especially
if it's not $1 billion.
If it's not $1 billion, people just don't understand it. If you make how much, bro? If you make it's all. Here's the thing: it's based off of number one, budget, what they paid to basically make the film. That's why when people, and I always have to go at people when they're like, well, how is it? Why is people so excited that what's her name made $300 million? Sinners made 300. I'm like, because do you understand how much it costs to make that film?
It's not a damn Marvel movie.
Or Deadpool, which made a buku amount of money. But remember, the first Deadpool movie was 50, 60 million. It was under the $100 million. You know what I mean? So people gotta, you're right. You gotta understand it's what
you gotta understand what you put into it, and it might not be it might be a flop to us, but for that industry, and for the industry standard, that studio, it's a win because they even made their money back plus some. So you can't. This movie made its money. It made its money, and that's what I'm saying. It's just a flop for most who basically say that it didn't reach the standards of what we know the MCU could reach. That's not their problem. I mean, we put too much emphasis on that, man.
Now, I will say this. I'm sorry, I got to use my avatar for a second. I will say this. We have seen where movies didn't make that money or just barely made that money, where the popularity and the positive reviews gives it. And I think this does fit. I haven't heard any negative or very little negative about this movie. So I think it's still, you know, a chance they'll bank in it. I don't know how that equals in them making action figures or whatnot, but the positive reviews might outweigh the fact that it didn't make what it was supposed to make, because there's a lot of factors going on in our culture with movies in general. Movies in general are hurting more than they were, so they might be considering that.
And that's the thing, bro. That's not every film is bound, no matter how good the film may be. Not every film is bound to make $1 billion, bro. I think that $1 billion run, you know, especially when it comes to Marvel, that $1 billion run has been weakened. And we got to expect that it's been weakened by the simple fact that we're getting material in both the cinematic, the silver on the screen, silver screen, and now through streaming properties. So it's divided between both. You're not going to get that same transaction all the time. Does it mean that it's not successful because it doesn't make $1 billion? No.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
It's hard for them to recoup in the theater when you've got streaming siphoning off how much money people like to stay home sometimes.
Right.
Yeah. You know, I like going to the movies. I like going to the theater.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm old, so I mean, well, those of us who are old on here, you know, that was the only way we used to see movies. We go to the theater. That's it.
There's no distractions.
What you over there looking at right now, bro? I'm trying to look and see what
you got some good stuff, man.
What you got, bro? There. Is that?
That looks nice.
That does.
Jeez.
I'm behind on a whole lot of shit.
Is that Miles G. Morales up there too?
Someone else there too.
Yeah. I knew it.
Spider-Punk and Miles are behind me. I unboxed Batgirl Friday night on the Gills.
Oh, nice.
I guess I'm behind on shit. So
look at that.
Oh, that's amazing.
So
Y'all see how this motherfucker said he gonna have shit. Yeah.
You see that?
You see that?
I was in here mind my own business. You highlighted me.
Yeah, I mean, but nah. I mean, again, bro, I'm so excited about this piece. I'll eventually get it. Right now it's a little, but again, amazing figure. Extremely excited about it. I know a lot of people are. So yeah, let's go, man. Let's get it. Another figure that dropped. Now, one that dropped last week, that's been the talk of the town so far right now has been Scarlet Witch. The Scarlet Witch that we actually got from Endgame. Now, this is labeled the Endgame. It could easily be labeled Civil War and Endgame. This is the same suit, but this is basically the the Endgame version of Scarlet Witch. So yeah, hair is on point. Now, this is definitely the rooted version. We have the rooted and sculpted, but this figure looks absolutely amazing. It looks incredible to me. I think the likeness is there. I know a lot of people were saying, well, the hair could just be a little bit more fuller, or it could be, it could be a bit, lay a bit differently. I think that, again, whoever was doing this, they needed to unfurl the hair at the front, like curl it a little bit. They just didn't do it. They each his own, but I mean, it's just the photos. But I think this thing looks absolutely fantastic. Mandy, from a photography standpoint, not saying that you're getting this, but what do you basically think about this figure?
She looks beautiful, and I like both the sculpted and the rooted hair on this.
Yeah.
Not a character that I'm interested in, but everything about it looks on point. I've seen a couple of unboxings as well, and just beautiful. It's amazing, isn't it? When you think, what we can get now, even that I'm so excited about this and I'm not even getting it, but like, a 12-inch or thereabouts figure looks like this.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, it's so good. Like what we got when we were kids and what you can get now. Not, they were big kids. It's like, it's not even the same ballpark, is it? It's not.
No.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Like
anyone that moans about it, it's just like, shut up. Shut up. I don't even like I like the character, but I don't even have the affinity to want the figure. But that is flipping brilliant. And then this is what we had.
Right. That's what we had coming up, man.
Realism. Look at the shading in the boots. Look at
this is what we had coming up, man.
Why is he naked? You'll never know.
Yeah.
DJP, Action Man.
Action Man. And this wasn't even the eagle-eyed one, where you could move the eyes. But this was everything. Like, look at his arms.
Yo, and did he have like a Bob Ross afro and Yo.
Look at the boots.
Yo.
It's like he did have a blue polo neck, but I had to use it for something else. Bring him with me. But I think this is why I got my little blonde beard, because I wanted to be him. But this is what we had. I mean, and then it developed to this. We got this. Look at his chiseled jaw. But like the articulation is that.
That's
it. Like, I can't even get my breath. They're just amazing. Look at the base and stuff. It's like flipping heck. The trousers, the shape of the body.
Now, just for the record, I would do some crazy things to get a 1973 Lee Majors $6 million man.
1 second.
I don't even know if we got it. Oh no!
1 second.
It was a good thing I didn't say what I would do.
Just you hold on a minute. Oh, where are you, Lee? I've got the Bionic Woman here, but I can't bloody find him.
Yo, the
No,
Bionic Woman
can't
is
find
good
him.
enough.
But I do have her hair needs some serious
Oh
care.
my Lord.
She's still in a box as well.
I just got
So I've
goosebumps.
got her.
Wow.
I've got him, but
But just you saying you have it gave me goosebumps. All right.
Yeah. Nah, man. But now I get it though. Like I said, I think today's society is a bit more spoiled than what they realize.
Oh
Because
yeah.
we didn't have all of this. You know what I mean? Like this isn't something. I put this up here. Here's the crazy part, right? Which is really, really, really insane about this whole thing. I put this up on my page because I wanted people to really realize like just the extent of my childhood and where it actually started. There was a place years ago. Now this place is no longer here. Like the company, years ago went bust, and they were one of the companies that were alive, during this era. And this is how old this place is. Let me show y'all. Look at this. Look at the cars. Hills. This place was called Hills. Yes.
I remember Hills.
Remember Hills? So
I remember Hills.
Remember Hills, bro? Hills was where it was like a Kmart. It was like a Target right now. It was like a Walmart right now. And Hills is where you would actually go because they had the biggest toy section you could ever go in. Hills is where I got my G.I. Joe. Hills is where I got my He-Man figures. Hills where I got my Transformers. Hills where I got my Star Wars figures. It was all here at this particular place, right? It was called Hills. It was Hill, and Kmart was right across the street, right? So this was the heyday. Look at all the vehicles and all that. You know what I mean? Look at that.
that brown one with the cream roof.
Man, bro, like literally, man. This was the era before you had speed bumps. Before you had initial stop signs everywhere, man. Like this is the way
seat belts were a suggestion,
and they were definitely a suggestion.
Were they?
But this is where we used to get those figures, like Lee Major's Bionic Man and all of that. ROM figures, Shogun Warriors, all of that was got. It was that because like right down the street from it was Lionel Kitty City, which was basically another spot as well. So. But I just wanted to kind of bring that up because that was the stint of childhood. That versus where we are right now with these figures, with these customized bodies, like with the realism of the characters that we see. So definitely, thank you for that. Prop, what's your thoughts on this figure, man?
Bro, dog, I'm gonna say this on camera. I feel like I always get on your show and I say some craziness, but I'm not a fan of this character, dog.
You're not a fan of the character?
I'm not a fan of the character, bro. And I thought the TV show was super creative. So that's one thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's just to say I'm probably not going to get her, except you showed a picture of this bad boy the other day. And I will admit that I did go looking for the figure just to see if it was for still. I think it's completely sold out. So that's to say, man, it was impressive enough, dude. The base. This is a beautiful, beautiful figure, and the positive I take from it, whether it's a character I would cop this or not, is it does make me feel good. And to be honest with you, Black Widow figure was the same. I feel like the craftsmanship is getting better with these figures, so I'm just excited on how well this look. And I feel like the things that they used to do that were special. I think I was mentioning, I remember a time when the eye rolling thing was, 1 or 2 figures a year type thing. Now it feels like every figure they drop, now it's become the norm. And I'm feeling like some of these head sculpts are moving in that direction. So that's my excitement. I do like this figure. Not hating on anybody that get it. I don't hate her character. You know what I'm saying? I do get it. Love the movies. She just is one of my favorites. You know what I'm saying? But I think the figure is super dope, bro. Super, super dope, man. But this base,
just compare.
That base is for sure.
Just
like
compare.
If I had to choose between those two figures, I would definitely get Wanda.
Yeah, man. Definitely Wanda. Yeah, this is like the old school.
This is the Bionic Woman.
The Bionic Woman.
Oh, now that you said it, it's Bionic Woman. I don't know. She got the little eye thing where you can look through.
Oh.
No, that was the Bionic Man. She's got the ear.
Yeah,
she
just got the ear, stuff like that.
You get
our mission purse.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, that was it. That's all that came with it. But that was back in the day, bro. We talk about that now. Yeah, we talk about that now, but you got to see the advancements from the way we were back in the day to where we are
you could
now.
roll the skin up. I didn't, but you could roll the skin up.
Hey, you know what? And not for nothing, but was it Sideshow? They used to have Star Wars, 12-inch Star Wars figures.
Yeah.
That weren't too far from that. What, like 15 years ago?
Yeah.
That's true.
The Star Wars figures weren't that, because I remember seeing those were figures I could have bought, and I'm looking at them and like, man, dude, I would have been upset. We don't come a long way.
Yeah, we come a long way, bro, compared to basically to where we were, back in the day, man. But definitely an incredible. Rob, what's your thoughts about this, man?
Oh, I'm just gonna end up repeating everybody. It's a stunning piece. Like, I can't get over the base. That base is insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like that's the sculpted there. The hair.
Yeah, that's the sculpted hair, bro.
That looks amazing.
Look how incredible it looks.
That looks incredible.
Hot Toys and their sculpted hair.
They are killing.
They don't even need to go artisan, because what they do.
They're so good at sculpted now that it's just I'm not in I'm kind of in that same boat. Like I like the character. I don't gravitate towards Scarlet Witch enough that I would go out and spend a couple $100 on an action figure of her. But I can certainly appreciate the appeal of this, because I mean that's just wow.
Yeah,
like that's incredible. And I'm guessing that the base is USB powered as well, I imagine.
It is. It is. Yes, it is.
That's regardless of whether you like the character or not, or whatever. Like that is a standout.
Look at that.
That's a standout piece in a collection. If somebody comes into your collection room and sees that, they're gonna be like, wow.
I'd pretend that was Tori Amos.
But yeah, I won't be like, I'm not gonna get it, but the appeal of it is incredible. Like I'm much more likely to get the Yelena Belova figure before I would get this, which I will be getting. But this one's not for me. But
look at even her boobs. Look at that. That's amazing.
I'm looking.
This was basically pre-ordered and paid off from the very beginning when it went up. Because like I said, this was a suit, and I told people a long time ago, the one that I had wanted for so long. This is actually, out of all the costumes, one of my favorites.
This is my favorite version of her costume.
I
agree.
Did you go rooted or sculpted, Leo?
I got the rooted version. I definitely did go artisan on it, because like I said, I mean, not like everybody else, she is one of my favorite characters. You know what I mean? And it's just mainly strictly off of the lore itself. I thought WandaVision was incredible. WandaVision was phenomenal, man. It was an incredible show, probably one of the best Marvel Disney shows that they've ever released, in my opinion. I think
it was their first one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the very first.
It was the first one.
Killed it with that show. I thought it was incredible. But I just love like the checkered and pretty much the dark past of this character and what she's been through. And it's so much richness. And the thing is, for me, I'm like, damn, you cannot have an X-Men universe without her, because of her influence and the biggest fucking mistake she ever made. You know what I mean? Which we already know. But I just think it was an incredible character, and I cannot wait for it. Cal, what's your thoughts on it, man? Did you pre-order this? I think you did or didn't.
Artisan is acquired.
Yes. Yes.
These blogger photos are shit, though. Let's just call it. These are shit. I saw these because Renz is always put me on game about it as soon as it dropped.
Renz,
then right after I saw the pictures, I was like, well, damn, they fucked this up a little bit, didn't they? And then I saw the figure hideouts video immediately after that, and it brought me right back to Ease. I was like, okay,
better. Yeah.
Whoever just took the shots are terrible. I'm definitely looking forward to this. That base. This was funny. I was gonna run power for this, like I told you the other day. Where am I putting her at?
Like where are you gonna go
like
with
I said, I'm trying to finish the whole line, so I needed a Wanda in the line, right? Now her hands on this one lights up, so I was running power to light these up, but now I'm gonna run power for the USB for that.
Nice.
Definitely, man.
So now I need that, and I need that that Iron Spider. Otherwise,
word from Endgame, because you said you wanted to actually complete the line, and you said you wanted to get
shit die. Let Endgame die. God damn it!
There you go.
Years after the fact, so I can finally put this line to rest.
You know what they won't? Because what, bro? Watch in 10 years, it's going to be a 10-year anniversary of this shit. And they're going to actually redo every damn figure, bro. You already know that bullshit.
See, but by that point, I'm fine. I already have everything. I'm not having for a figure that I just don't have, and then you're going to put the dopest one with the thickest base out there for it too? Come on, man. That was
Come
rude.
on, bro. Real quick, though. Yeah, you already know, bro. Real quick, $9 super chat by my man Ian. He said, I'm watching while I was knocking down walls at my house. Don't slip down too much, Lael. You need the resistance when I squeeze your arm again. I'm getting stronger. Shout out to Ian, man. Definitely. Look, I mean, with this piece, bro, it for some, you know, it's not going to be something that you immediately gravitate to. But I think for what it's worth and what we're getting from it, man, it's definitely, again, I got Murray's. I'm going to unfrizzle that curl because that curl is so unsightly. I'm like, why would you, you know what I mean? But I cannot wait to get her.
The cool part is it's multiple curls. They just don't show it in these pictures.
Yeah.
The video showed that she has several other curls on her backside that made it look a lot better. It looked like a bunch of damn Jack in the Box curly fries on top of it.
It does, bro. It does. Damn, now I see it, and I'm like, I can't unsee that shit because this is how it is supposed to look right here. You know
that's the sculpted.
That's the sculpted, and that's how it's supposed to look. So you gotta you know what I mean, that hair, you're gonna have to, you know, you gotta do it right, man. You definitely gotta
now maybe they curled it up super tight, so eventually it will fall into place. I'm hoping for that.
Maybe,
you know, that could be the case. So
possibly. But yeah, man, let me know in the chats. Everybody gonna get this if you're gonna be excited about it. You know, let me know in the comments below, man. As always, this one is also met with a bit of controversy for reasons that we pretty much know that's obvious. Yeah, so we got Hera in the collection, and I'm like, look, I'm gonna say it right off the back. I'm looking at the artistry. If y'all don't, if whoever says they don't see Mary Elizabeth in this photo, either like you got somebody gave you the wrong batch, or you smoking the wrong batch or something, because this looks exactly like her. I think the tailoring is on point. We'll get to that in a second. But I think we'll get to that in a second. We'll get to that in a second. We're gonna get to that in a second.
They left out a whole lot of assets.
The tailoring on it, and I think the head sculpt for the most part. Look at this. This is a beautiful photo of all three of them, and I think it looks absolutely.
The colors as well, just gorgeous.
Yeah, it is. I think it's that the color pattern and all that, and it actually saying we can finally get the gold. We're going to get the Ghost Crew, at least portions of the Ghost Crew. Is definitely incredible. Mandy, I know this was one, and I'm guessing this was one that was on your list.
Tomorrow, it's coming tomorrow.
Damn, are you?
Yeah, tomorrow night we're going to pick her up from Toys on Fire's house. So don't even risk the post. Just get her and cuddle her all the way home.
What's your thoughts on this?
Oh, just amazing. Just amazing. Like people are going, oh, it's a downgrade from the prototype, which you always expect, but I don't notice any degradation there. I'm looking at it and going, I mean, some of the photos are a bit washed out, but it's you know, and then you could go, oh, well, the green's slightly different. Well, just pull down your saturation on your photograph, and there you go. It's exactly the same green. Fantastic. Clothes, fantastic. Character, loved her since Rebels. Kanan's so excited. He's just jumping around. I can hear him in the little corner just thrashing around, because I'll have 4 of the Ghost Crew now. You know, because I've got Kanan, I've got Ezra. Chopper, her, Sabine, you know, all I need is a Zeb now. I'll think about that one. Yeah, he might be actually with the movie, mightn't he?
I think he's
but
coming.
This,
yeah. He's going to, because he's going to be in the movie as well as Ahsoka season 2 as well.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, he's got to come. We want a Zeb, but this is just lovely. I love everything. I love the fact the boots are like 2-piece. It's like I know it's pleather and material, isn't it, on the back? I like that because it won't restrict your movement if you want to move her a lot. The trousers look quite tight, but I've seen a few poses where she's kind of, look at that. It's like, it reminds me of an old film poster, the old film posters, the movie stars, when they were shot, and that beautiful, like, was it 30s, 40s, kind of, even 50s?
Yeah.
That's a great shot.
Yeah. Because I even seen somebody do a black and white photo in this. It looked incredible.
Yeah.
That's funny. I just saw the Vincent Price photo that was like that in that style you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. And you can even saturate the colors a little bit more to make it look more like that old sort of timey.
Yeah.
But this is the vibe that her face gives me, in this. But it's so good. I'm very excited. I love the brown and the orange. I mean, that's Rebels. You got your Rebels colors there. Phenomenal. The Leku, amazing.
Yeah.
With the jacket on, amazing. Without the jacket, I love the gun. I love how it's painted. There's nothing about it I don't like. Apart from you don't get 2 of them in a box, so you can take one on your bike with you on the way to work. But I'm going to do that if I get Yelena when she comes. I'm just going to make a little seat for her on the front of my bike, and she's the sort of figure you can take on your bike with you. But maybe Mary Elizabeth, she'd prefer to fly. So
gotcha.
Fantastic. Even a little I don't know what it's called. What is it called that she
device there?
Yeah, she can find stuff, find people. I don't know what it's called.
I forget what they call that.
It's great. Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll shut up now.
Definitely. She's amazing. And I definitely think that she's going to be a crowd. Calvin, I'm gonna go to you next, because here's the thing. Like, before I bring you in, like, we talk about this. You just mentioned it before. Presentation is everything, and how the photos are displayed is everything. And I don't think that the, photographer really captured what it is that they know people would have wanted to see, because you didn't do it. They did it in one photo, but they didn't do it in every particular photo. And I think that it was the wrong choices that they chose. And like, look at this. This looks just
amazing,
like her, right? So. But what's your thoughts on this piece, Calvin? Is he there? Oh, he said middle finger. Oh,
that's my face.
He's like,
you use the cheeks.
Yeah.
At this point in my collecting, I'm looking for reasons not to buy shit. Okay. Don't present one thing and then completely leave it out when it's actually at hand. The scope looks amazing. The tailoring looks amazing. I'm just mad about the lack of ass. Rebel got ass. Shit, Batgirl got ass on the statue. What is it? You need to tell me you couldn't just put a couple extra little padding in there? Like, it would have been too difficult.
You could always put a little cotton pad in there, Calvin. Just cut a cotton pad.
See why I gotta do that? I'm already spending $250. I should pull it out the box. It should be there. Otherwise, it looks great, but undecided if I'm gonna buy it yet. But this was originally on my list because I was never gonna do this whole line. I was gonna keep it around like 6, maybe 7 figures, and she may have just got cut.
Well, here's the thing, and I said this even in my review, man. One of the biggest things that you have to do with this, because it's the interpretation, but also how well we pose. And a lot of my figures, if you want to really capture that look, of course, you have to arch the back. The back has to be arched a certain way. He did it in one of these photos. I'm actually trying to find it now. See here, he arched the back, and you have to arch the back. The leg has to be posed a certain way to get this look. If you do it well enough, you can capture that. Yeah, bro, you can do it, and it's there. but you can't just have her back straight up. The back has to be arched back, and she has to be tilted in a way that you can see it. Like you can even see that they kind of sort of tried to do it here, but they just didn't do it. But
Calvin's calling for timeout.
What's up?
I know it's Sunday morning. Lord forgive me. I've come across a lot of ass in my life, okay? Anybody can arch their back and make it look like something's there. Seen it plenty of times. That don't mean the ass is actually there. There's a difference.
I get it.
Anybody can do a little curve. Show some before and afters from the prototype to this. Look at this right here. That's back.
Yeah. I mean,
there's a difference.
I'm just I'm just thinking that they're not doing a good job.
In the chat, shut up. You ain't talking about they're there. No, they ain't.
It'd be interesting to see a picture of Mary Elizabeth next to the so you could so you could see her proportions against the figure.
This is what I was gonna say, man. I watched the show the other day. It was just one scene when she was talking to her son.
Quite slim.
It didn't look like the prototype to me. So I'm like wondering where people are getting these comparisons. Like, what's making people think that it should be bigger? Is it just because the prototype was that, or is it because
maybe we want it to be a little bit bigger?
We want it to be.
Yeah.
It was a scene.
I didn't see it in the show. I'm sure I might have missed it, but
there was a couple of scenes where it was accented, and of course they showed it in the show, But again, it's for me, it doesn't really bother me as much because I know what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do with this, with the figures, how I'm going to actually pose the figure and how it's going to look. I just wanted the essence of, Mary Elizabeth and how it looked. Cal, you remember we were at Anaheim and Toya met her.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, it was crazy as fuck.
Oh.
Like we were watching the Star Wars show. Right, the live Star Wars show. We were actually watching the live stage, and we were walking, and Toya out of nowhere, she's like, "Hold up, is that?" And she took off, and she went over there. And when she saw her, I'm sitting up there like, "Yo, where are you going? Like, where are you running to?" And she out of nowhere saw this woman, and I'm like, "Wow!" Like, and here's the thing: Toya went over there and politely asked. She was like, "Look, I know you're whatever, but I would like to, if you don't mind." And she was like, sure, just as nice as hell, and took a picture. Now, mind you, I'm looking and I was walking over just to take a picture of both, in which I did manage to take a picture of both her and Toya, but I wouldn't have been able to jump in the picture to save my life because the guy who was around here was like, yeah, but because again, Ewan McGregor was, pretty much behind the scenes because he was going to be on stage soon. And they were just walking her around, you know what I mean? So I wouldn't have been able to actually just say anything to her anyway. But it was just the sheer fact that Toya out of nowhere saw her and just ran up and said something. I was like, yo, wow. Like,
check the chat. Somebody just sent me a pretty dope shot. It's really funny. You may want to share that.
Oh, you put it in the chat real quick?
Yeah.
Hold on.
That's funny.
Hold on, let me kind of go in here real quick. Give me a sec. Give me 1 sec. Let me go.
Oh yeah, that's Gavin's picture, isn't it?
Hold on. You gotta give me a second here because I'm kind of all over the place right now. Give me a second. I'm going in now.
That's great.
Who pulled it up? Oh, who? You said whose picture is it?
It's Gavin. It's Scourge Photography on Instagram, but his name's Gavin.
Okay, I'm pulling it up now. Here we go. Yo, that is hilarious,
Brilliant.
man.
Yeah,
the whole set are really good.
That's hilarious. Wow.
just Archie, man.
Come on, bro. That is insane. That is literally great. Insane. But nah, I get it. Yeah, Rob, what's your thoughts on this piece, bro?
Oh, she's been paid off for I don't know how long now. I'm just waiting for her to. I'm waiting for the email from Sideshow saying that they've shipped her.
Yeah.
This was this was one of my top 10 figures that I've wanted since they first announced her.
Yeah.
I personally I get where the differences are between the proto and this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that there's been any degradation in the head sculpt at all.
No.
I don't see any problem there. I think it looks just as good. I think any differences that people are noticing might just be just the way they were photographed. That's literally what I think it is. But yeah, I mean, her proportions lower down definitely are a little slimmer than they were.
Yeah.
But I do see how it could be. You could pose her in such a way, not even necessarily arching her back. I mean, the way the hips move, you could make it so that it sticks out a little bit more if you wanted to do that. And for me, it's I mean, I'm not going to pose her like that anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me that much.
Yeah.
Because I just want to have her with Sabine and Chopper and the rest of the crew when they eventually come out, because that's my plan for her, to have a little ghost crew display. You know, and with Ahsoka the White there. I think personally, I think this is still one of my top 10. 100%. I don't think it's lost anything really. I mean, that's my opinion, but I think she looks amazing. And I'm gonna have a really difficult time, I think, trying to figure out who I'm going to have to move to a lesser spot in my cases so that I can showcase her with Sabine and everybody else. It's because it's going to happen. I have to put her out in front. It's just, I mean, it's just
like, it has to be moved around.
Yeah. You saw that photo that somebody had there of the three of them, of Sabine, her, and Ahsoka. Just the colors alone are going to draw your eye no matter what. So I want to make sure that they are front and center. But yeah, I have so many ideas of how I'm going to pose this, but it's definitely coming home. I'm just waiting. I'm still waiting for the Indiana Jones too. Like, they send me, that's been delayed now. I don't know why.
For real?
I got an email saying it was delayed, and I know everyone else is getting there. So, like, why is mine delayed?
Wow.
But yeah.
Layla texted you some pictures of Mary. Sorry.
Yeah. I saw it. Yeah.
But yeah, like, this is definitely going. I'm like, I can't even speak how much I like this figure. It's definitely, she's coming home to a warm embrace.
Yeah. Prop, what's your thoughts on this piece, man?
If her booty is the issue, the prop whiz does 3D print BBLs. I got a new business. It's called AFBBL, action figure BBL. I'm in Atlanta. It's a home of that kind of thing. So I got you. It's going to cost you. It's going to cost you. Dude,
I just want a trip to Blue Flame. I just want some chicken wings. Give me some
Blue
lemon.
Flame might be cheaper, bro.
Give me some lemon pepper wings at Blue Flame. It'd be good. Call it even.
Oh man, dude, I love the figure, man. This was the last one that I pre-ordered, so I haven't paid mine off. I just recently pre-ordered it, but the Sabine figure changed the game. I was already going to get Ahsoka. I don't know why I got Sabine. You know, I love Rebels. You know what I'm saying? I do love the show, the Rebels show.
Yeah.
So I think I had a little extra money at the time, end up copping that figure. As of now, except for maybe Deadpool, man, I think that Sabine figure is one of my favorite figures right now. I think it's just because it surprised me. You know what I'm saying? Just the details. So I went on the mission to get the rest of the figures from that show, and she was part of that. The only one I didn't get is Chopper, because I heard that it wasn't that great. You know what I'm saying?
Hasbro, Amazon, $50.
That's what I heard. Y'all said, yeah, yeah. But the figure is dope, man. And damn, I get it. It didn't look that. Maybe I didn't go back and look at the original. It still looks good to me. I'm sure the other was a prototype. I'm sure there's differences, but to me, the head sculpt still looks good. It still looks like her. From the front, I'm not looking at the back. I was never in my mind. I don't have very good poke your booty out poses, so I never had it in my mind to pose her with the back facing the audience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
She looks good from the front, man. She's dope.
Yeah, I think again, bro. Like I said, I mean,
let me preface my position again. I'm looking for reasons not to buy shit. Okay, so I'm just making.
He said I'm just looking for reasons.
It still looks good, but I'm just looking for reasons not to spend some money right now. She looks great.
You don't have to explain it, bro. I know. Now that I think about it, I probably made everybody sound like a creep. I'm not saying that. I'm sorry.
Call me what you want. I don't give a damn what you call me. Just don't call me late for dinner. LA traffic is doing what it does best, and I need to go. I gotta get ahead of it. So
yeah.
Let me run, guys.
No doubt, bro. No problem, bro. Thank you for being here and stopping through, man.
Calvin.
And,
see you on Wednesday.
Drive safe.
Yeah, that should be. I don't know what I'm doing for Wednesday yet, but
just let me know.
Like I said, it's just work, life, family bullshit.
You
just been busy as of late. But
I appreciate
this is always my zen time. I get to actually open boxes and shit and get things done in here. So
word.
Otherwise, I don't even come in this room. So
appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, Wednesday should work.
Definitely, man. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for being here as always, man. As
always,
bro.
Brock.
Yeah,
Blue Flame is going down. All right, now I gotta go.
See you later, bro. As always, man. Appreciate you for being here, man. Yeah, this one, like I said, for me, I can't wait. I definitely can't wait. I love the Ghost Crew. I love the character. I can't wait for season 2. I think they pick the perfect Hera. You know what I mean? Mary Elizabeth captures this. It's just crazy that both husband and wife, actually both husband, wife, and daughter are in the Star Wars universe, because Ewan McGregor's daughter made an appearance in Obi-Wan. And then we have her. I think I love it, man. I just definitely love it. And I think they did a good job. With this piece. I just love the whole. We brought this up. Just the way they did it, it's an ode to, just the classic, Air Force aerial type of, back in the day during the 1940s, 1950s, in the 30s and the 40s. I mean, it looks incredible.
Which is so Star Wars too, by the way.
Yeah.
Just knowing that. Yeah.
It is so. Go ahead.
Do the goggles come down?
No, but you can push them. I noticed Gavin pushed them down for a few photos, and someone said, "Oh God, I'm too scared. They'll break." And he was going, "I've given them some battering, so you can push them over." But it's a bit of what I do is maybe warm it up with a hairdryer a little bit, just so they've got a little bit more flexibility and they won't crack.
Yeah. I probably won't, because again,
that's what I think.
One of those individuals that just won't do it. I'll just leave it to where it is and just let it lay, and whatever happens from there happens, man. I'm just not doing it, because I just don't want those problems. I definitely don't want those problems with a figure that I paid so much money for to get.
I love this photo.
Yeah,
this photo is so good.
Probably my favorite out of all of them.
It's everything. Another figure that was definitely surprisingly released that I didn't see coming was the young Ahsoka from the Ahsoka show, episode 5, of course, which was like one of my favorite episodes. Again, we got young Ariana Greenblatt, that's here. And it looks good. It definitely looks like an incredible figure. I love the simple fact because it presents an opportunity now for us to get some of these younger characters. And I hope they do it, man. I hope they kind of like they know the conversation is on a young Anakin with the pod racer. And like, come on, man, you can definitely do something like that. Because if you did, I'd be all in on that. But this definitely looks incredible, man. An incredible looking figure. you know, this was the wrong one to choose though, because especially, you know, with the arm, you don't want that scene to show there. But you know, I get it. I understand it. It still looks great. I can't wait to get Padawan and Anakin. At least one it's attainable. That, you know what I mean, with this, because it's gonna look good. But yeah, man, definitely excited about this piece. Rob, what you think about it, man? She's
the same thing for me as Hera. This one's I paid her off already, and now I'm just waiting. Of this run from the Ahsoka show, I've got this one, Hera, Sabine, Chopper, Ahsoka, the Anakin from that scene, the Clone Wars Anakin from the show with the short hair, and Thrawn and what's his name?
Balin.
Balin
Enoch.
and Shin. Enoch, Captain Enoch.
I got Captain Enoch back here. Yeah, another amazing figure that if you don't have, I don't
People
understand.
slept on that.
They are sleeping on that figure because that
I don't
Enoch
get that.
Is phenomenal, bro.
I know. The only one I missed, and it's only because I have the other version of him already, was Rex.
Yeah,
because I have the other Rex.
Yeah, Rex, I didn't go after. I was like, yeah, nah.
The only difference,
the
only difference that I could see from that was that it had the Phase 1 helmet as well. But I mean, I don't. That's fine. I don't need the
Phase 1 helmet, and I think the one that this one has over that one is the head sculpt.
That's right. The old
one has over this.
The old one has a head sculpt.
Yeah, the other one has a head sculpt, and this one doesn't. So I'm like, I mean,
you never saw his face in the show, so I guess that's why they didn't bother.
That's what. Yeah, they definitely didn't bother doing it, but
yeah, no, I've it's funny. I've got a bunch of figures now that I'm just waiting to get emails about. Like this is one.
Yeah.
The Hera is one. I'm still waiting. Like I said, the Indiana Jones is another one. Like I've got 3 or 4 that they're all paid off. I'm just waiting, and it's frustrating. But this figure, I knew when I first saw it because we'd never had a figure of Ahsoka at this age, in that outfit, in the red outfit. We've gotten the final episode of the Clone Wars version where she's in that blue and gray outfit.
Yeah.
And that one is still sitting on Sideshow because it's not based off of an actress. It's just,
Yeah.
Personally, I love that figure.
I love it too. I have it right here. That one is still one that I have in my collection.
Yeah, mine's up here, up top.
That's like the more teenage version. Yeah.
Yeah. Like what is she supposed to be? Like 16, 17?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But I love that Ahsoka as well. And this one just represents a different stage of Ahsoka's life, which is why I absolutely was going to get it.
Yeah.
And plus, Ariana Greenblatt is so awesome.
Yeah, she's a phenomenal actress, man.
She is
a good job.
Fantastic.
And I hope they bring her back for more, man. I hope they definitely bring her back for like season 2, even if it's a flashback in like their Clone Wars. I still feel as though they can do like a forgotten Clone Wars series where we get a chance to see, wars that were fought, that were mentioned, that
we didn't see in animation.
Never got a chance to see in animation and how the stakes were there. I think they could actually pull it off, but I'm definitely loving this one. What's your thoughts on this figure, man?
Dude, it's a dope figure. I didn't get this one. I stuck with the one Ahsoka, and I think it was just money caught me on that. I already had the other one on pre-order. I actually loved this one. I convinced myself I hated this one because this is closer to the Clone Wars movie that came out in the movie theater.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was one of the haters. I'm not gonna lie. I was one of the ones that didn't like the movie. But absolutely fell in love with the show. And Ahsoka, bro, she's got to be the illest. I don't want to say that on camera because I don't want nobody coming at me. She's one of the illest. She's definitely top Jedi material, right?
Yeah.
So it was beautiful to be able to see that journey. You know what I'm saying? And this definitely represents that early stage, and seeing it in the show was like plucked right out of the episode. Because we had already seen our characters where we got our animated characters are moving over to live action, but to actually see something we would have saw in the episode of Clone Wars on the screen was absolutely amazing. So, dude, I don't know, man. If money falls out of the sky still and this thing is available, it's definitely worthy of being on my shelf. It's just I had passed on it at the time, man. But absolutely dope figure. And yes, I heard what people said. Her lightsaber looks too big. I think they should have made her a lightsaber that fit her hand. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But I get it. You know what I'm saying? It's probably easier to grab an FX lightsaber right off the shelf and just hand it to her and tell her go. So I'll give them a pass on that. But the figure's dope though.
Yes, a young Omega would definitely. We need to get one, especially to finish off that Bad Batch line, man. If you can do this, you can definitely give us a young, more realistic Omega, and I think it would be incredible. Not based off of anything. I think you could definitely kill it. Maroc is another figure that I cannot wait. I know a lot of people slept on that. I didn't. I cannot wait to get that figure. It's going to be incredible. What's going on?
That one's
man. That one,
that's a regret. That's a regret for me. I missed it.
I knew it. As soon as I saw it, I was like, man. So I cannot wait. You already know. Cannot wait.
I regret. I'm gonna have to hit up one of the Rays for that one, I think.
Hit him up, man. Definitely hit him up. Manny, what's your thoughts behind this on this figure?
Well, I didn't pre-order this one, but I have taken my friend's pre-order, so I'm also picking her up tomorrow night with Hera. Because 5 Ahsokas is not too many, is it, altogether?
Never.
2. Sith Ahsoka. 5 Ahsokas is a good number. Laura 5s and all that. It looks great, really good. I love the scene. I've got, I think, 10 of the Ahsoka line. There's just Shin and Anakin left after I picked these 2 up. I didn't get Maroc. I didn't get Enoch. I didn't get the Death Trooper. Didn't get Rex because I've got a Sideshow Rex with the Hot Toys head. And there's one other I didn't get, but I can't remember which. The Super Commando, because I've got the Obi-Wan. So and I've got a Gar Saxon custom. So but it looks great. It looks really good. I mean, I don't mind the arms because I generally I'll try not to probably keep them bent because I know what happened to the Clone Wars one I got. It's gone a little bit creased, but it's brilliant. I love the outfit. I love. I mean, obviously the gauntlet things are plastic, aren't they? But how they've painted them, it looks. They look leathery, don't they? Great. Short Leku, look nice. I like the little beads that are hanging down the back as well.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that the lightsaber's a little bit too big for her because it gives you the sense of her being smaller, and
of her being a child, and
she's a kid,
and she was gifted the license, and so definitely.
So it's a little bit oversized, but she's basically a kid, isn't she? She's a kid leading an army.
What 13? It was 13 at this particular point when she was leading an army. Just think about that, 13 years old, and you're thrusted into battle, war.
And that's how ace Ahsoka is. Ace.
One of the best character developments in Star Wars.
Yeah. She's got a good heart, and she always has had. And I just love the character. So it would be rude not to get all the way through.
You gotta have her.
Can't wait. Can't wait. Spoiled week this week, really.
It's a spoiled week for a lot of people. Now it's going to probably come to me late though, because again, I got it through Sideshow, so it's going to come late. But, I mean, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. I'm patient enough because I'm still recouping from everything else, so I'm not. I'm not overly, but I know I will have both her and Anakin, so I'm excited about that. And it looks good, bro. I love the way this figure looks and what they did with it. And I'm interested in seeing how much they can definitely continue the story. I'm hoping that they do, man, because there's so much possibilities there as well. That would be incredible. We got my baby in the building. She says she's adorable. She is. She is. Like, she is so adorable. Like Ariana Greenblatt. You know what was, the cutest scene in episode 5 is when she was talking to Anakin. And you know, she was upset a little bit because he was joking about it. She like not joking, but you know what I mean? She was just making a statement. And I guess to her, it was like in the heat of the moment of so many losses. And she was like, how can you be so whatever? And he was like, what do you want me to be? You know, you want me to be serious whatever? And in this cute little way, she was like a kid would say, she was like, I don't know. It was this name, man, and I was like, yo, see, it was so cute. I was like, oh, because that's what I know my daughter would do. You know what I mean? I know with Toya's kids being around them, like when you ask them, like you ask them a question and they'll be like, no, you know what I mean? Like it just might be captured so much of what a kid and how a kid would be. And that was the most adorable part of it. So I definitely enjoyed. This is Snips, and this Snips is production. It is. It's Snips. It's
Snips. This is Snips.
It's Snips.
Right.
This is what embodies what Snips would be, and it's adorable. And I could not pass up on this figure to save my life. It's so incredible. So I cannot wait to get her here, man. It's going to be incredible. I saved the most controversial for last. I had to, bro. Prop, you already know. I saved the most controversial for last, man. Because last week, bro, I got jabs for this, bro. Like, for real. But you know what it is, because it just shows how passionate the community is. But we are talking about Predator 2.0 Deluxe version, man. Like, again, a lot of people, because I have to remind you that we have Predator fans out there. And out of every last one of them, the only person that I'm going to listen to is Docinator. I'm sorry. I hate to be biased because that's my bro, but the only person I'm going to listen to is Docinator because Doc is the only person, you know, he's a fan, but he's a fan in a space where he gives everything grace. Sure, it may have its levels of inaccuracies, but it's not going to stop him from purchasing or getting something that he loves. Predator is his wheelhouse. If he needs to make modifications, he'll make modifications. But you're not going to see him sitting over here bitching and moaning and saying all this extra stuff. He's just going to be that person and he's been telling me, Leo, you know you're going to get this figure. I'm going to make you get this figure. You know what I mean? But he's the only person I listen to because he is an aficionado when it comes to Predator. He's been collecting. If you haven't seen his collection, this is all he basically collects. We got Mitchell Lawrence. He said, mate, I'm a Predator specialist from across the pond. I got you too, bro. I know. And I get you. You know, look, I got to be choosy about certain people. I know with you, I can talk to you all day about, Dune. You know what I mean? So I got to be selective and all that. But I already know you. I got you, bro. I got you. But this right here, man, like, bro, I got my ass handed to me. And all I say, and mind you, in the video, I was like, listen, I don't claim to be an aficionado about this. I have no dog in this fight. I just think it looks good. That's what I said. I thought it was perfection. I thought it looked incredible, but I got chewed out over it. But anyway, you know what I mean? Chewy, man, what's your thoughts on this piece, bro?
I'm a massive Predator fan from back in the day, and I didn't get the Prey one. And I've actually, it's funny, I've never had a Predator figure. Sorry, no, I have. I believe it was McFarlane Toys did a line 20 years ago of Predator and Alien figures, and I think I had one then, but I don't have this representation in my collection at all, and this is 100%. I've already pre-ordered it because this is Predator to me. This is what I see. This is what I think of when I see Predator. And just the fact that it's a 2.0 of, as I understand, I believe it's a 2.0 of the original movie.
Yeah.
And I think it looks great. I mean, I get it that maybe there are some.
You can tell they took liberties and accuracy, mainly with the height and certain things. I see that, and I get the passion, and that's why I say I get the passion.
Oh yeah, and I certainly wouldn't be one to say that I think this is the most accurate, most perfect, Predator figure I've ever seen, because obviously there are however many other ones that have come out. But for me, in terms of what I'm going to call my 80s nostalgia display when it's done, like I'll have my Terminators, I'll have my Predator, I'll have my what what else is in it? Aliens. Like these are the things that I was, I was the weird kid that really liked all that stuff when I was, whatever I was, 13, 14 when this came out.
What do you mean was, Rob?
You're right. Sorry. Phil. Yeah, you're right. Okay, I'll own it. Sure. But yeah, I know. But no, I didn't know that there was any real controversy about this. I can understand, like, as you explained, I can understand why there would be people who did have a problem with some certain things, I guess. But for me, I don't have a Predator, and I want a Predator.
Yeah.
And this is the version of the Predator that I loved from the first movie. So this is the one I'm getting, and I'm going to have him in my display, and I'm going to have him probably displayed like that, holding that bloody spinal column with the skull on it.
Yeah,
that looks so good.
Bro.
But yeah, like I'm fully in for this. I've got no issues with it. It didn't bother me one bit. And I mean, for people that don't like the inaccuracies, whatever those are, I get it. But for me, this is it. I'll be happy with this, and no one's gonna dull my shine.
No.
Yes.
And they shouldn't.
No one.
And they definitely shouldn't. They shouldn't. I'm gonna say prop for last because there are so many props in this. There are literally some props in this piece. I'm gonna say prop because prop doesn't only just come from a figure standpoint. Prop being that also prop knows what it is from a film aspect of it, and just like the ratios, how things were shot, also just how difficult it is to pull something like this out in figure form. I'm gonna go to him last. Mandy, what's your thoughts on this?
Well, having never seen a Predator film all the way through, just I'm not coming from a place.
That's blasphemy to like Mitchell Lawrence, Doc, and Renz.
Sorry, fellas. But to me, I see the string vest and I think 80s a bit camp, and then I see the string fishnets and I go, ooh, Cher. And then that puts me in a good mood. So the fact that this is my Cher Predator, because I do love Cher. Who doesn't? Come on. I love his hair, but I'm coming from very much like just the aesthetic of that. Is it accurate to what? I don't know. Is it accurate to Cher? Needs a couple of ribs taken out and be a bit skinnier, but looks good. I'm liking the string vest, I must say. It gives me a lot of nostalgia. Will I be getting this? No, I won't. Am I safe from this one? 100%. But I appreciate anyone that wants to get it, Rob, and anyone else, because it looks good. I mean, it looks a cool piece, doesn't it? But it's not for me. And I don't even know. That thing he's hanging, if it was metal, it looks a bit like the Deadpool and Wolverine one, doesn't it?
Does Predator believe
a little bit, yeah, you're right.
If he could turn back time, he would. You'd want to vote though, wouldn't you?
Oh,
sorry.
Does his little viewfinder, is that LED? Is that light up? Do we know? Is it USB or
what?
His little targeting thing?
I don't know. Maybe somebody out there can tell me because I don't know. Real quick before we move on though, real quick, because the other day on the show, Prop, remember that when Roberticus pointed out that Ray said he had a special surprise for me that he was sending me. Remember that?
Yeah.
Bro,
you got it,
bro. Now, this is not something that everybody else is going to care about, but it means a lot to me. And that the fact that he sent me something out of nowhere was incredible. I got it.
That's a big deal.
I got it. And it's a big deal for me.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Ray from Hawkwarts Toys said, yo, I got you, bro. and sent me this out of nowhere, bro. Didn't ask, and he just did it, man. Like, I appreciate that so much, man. Like, really, that means
amazing.
a lot, man. That's
such a cool figure.
I can't wait for mine,
bro. Like, you don't know how I'm excited about this. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but bro, I'm over the moon.
That's awesome.
And that means a lot, man. Hawk Wars toys, all day, man. I've been promoting them from day one. So for him to do something like that really means a lot, man. That's really awesome. So
good man, Ray.
Yeah, good man, Ray. Always, it's got to be a good dude, man. Appreciate you so much for everything that you actually do, man. It's definitely appreciated. But yeah, man, life after love. Hey, yo, prop, man, because again, you saw, and here's the thing, and this is from a fellow content creator who goes through the same ish. When
Dude, they be hating, typing. They probably be typing all hard. Bro,
it's like,
why did you say this is?
That's all you hear, bro. Like, they go through it, man.
Bro.
They do, bro.
Yeah, man. But I get it, yo. And you were compassionate in the sense that we should never be beat up on for sharing. I mean, and you guys talking. I was watching you guys when you guys were talking about the Harry Potter thing.
Yeah,
it's a weirdness, but at the same time, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to belittle those people who love this thing and feel like it's not perfect. But again, we talked earlier. I think I'm not going to call nobody names. I want to call them spoiled.
Mitchell Lawrence, I got to say something real quick, and this is not to let the cat out the bag. I guess I will, but I had a source that has already told me you're getting your Dutch. Hot Twig
are getting that Dutch.
Everybody out there who wants a Dutch, even my man Docinator and my man Renz, and everybody out there who's a predator. I'm just letting you know I have an inside source who yesterday night or no, the night before, who confirmed you are getting Dutch. So
let's go.
Here we go.
Is that Arnold?
That's Arnold.
Go ahead.
Yo.
Props.
I want Dylan too.
Yeah,
putting it out there.
That was it with me too, man. I missed the first one that was released. I do want it to be as perfect as possible. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it, because there's that part too where they're getting so much right. Like we're talking about the head sculpts, they're getting all this stuff right. You do have that feeling, why don't you go this extra step? But in terms of the movie and the history itself, bro, dude, these 80s movies specifically are so different from shot to shot. I went through it when I built my own proton pack. I thought I had the perfect proton pack, and then somebody else will release something like, no, we got 3D print files or a mold that's more perfect, because they've got this still shot from this scene that had this screw in it. It wasn't in this scene. And this scene is made out of foam. I'm using Ghostbusters because I think a lot of people know that. Most people add texture to their proton packs, which isn't accurate to the movies for some reason. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things, man. If it looks like it to me. Yeah. And and I guess I do question to those who have the first one. Is this one better than that one? Was that one more perfect? Because I saw the side by side, and this one looked, at least the paint application, it looks better. It looked a little smaller to me, so I get the size thing. But again, man, as long as he's bigger than Dutch, I'm cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I've got,
and that's the key thing, that he has to be bigger than Dutch, man. You
like
can't
a full head collar.
Yeah,
right.
And here's the thing: is prop. What works is when the community is as vocal, so they can push the needle forward to make those changes. You know what I mean? Because if you're vocal about it now, before it goes into production and before we get the production photos and stuff like that, then it forces them to make the changes. It forces them to get the height difference, and to make all the modifications, but you have to be as vocal, because they'll basically see. So that's welcomed. I like when people do that, because you're making those suggestions.
Just don't beat up on me. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly. Just don't beat up on me if I don't know, because I'm just letting you know I enjoy the films. But it was like almost 80 to 90% of the time that you got a chance to see the Predator in their first film was at night. The camouflage is basically you saw majority of the time. We couldn't see this during the day. You didn't.
Well, not only during the day, bro. We didn't have. You might have had a VHS player that you might play. Like we didn't have the access. Like Superman movie coming out now.
Yeah.
I can go online and get a clear picture of Superman and see exactly what the costume looks like. Couldn't do that back then. You know what I'm saying? You would go to the movie theater. I used to draw, man. I drew the DeLorean by memory 1,000 times before we were able to get it on VHS or some form of being able to rewatch it, right? So that on top of how it was filmed, like you said, it was filmed in the dark. The scenes were quick. And again, I stress it wasn't always accurate. Again, I mentioned on the show the other day, Van Damme had done. He was originally playing the Predator, right? So there was scenes that were shot that now the full costume scenes weren't, but I guess some of the invisible predators were still that footage that was shot for that. You know what I'm saying? So
wait a minute, Van Damme. I didn't know that, bro.
Yeah.
So Van Damme played a predator,
but the costume was not
the Predator.
The Predator costume was not this. It was
a weird looking thing with had like a big, almost like a dinosaur head type of a monster, and it was a different aesthetic completely. It didn't look anything like this. But the costume that he wore was like, it was all, I forget if it was all red or if it was all green, because they were gonna superimpose the creature over top of it.
Right.
So that's why some of the camouflage guys that we got looked weird or different.
Exactly. Yeah. Like you would know the scenes. Like you just mentioned that, you'll know the scenes that that doesn't look like the shape of the Predator we got. Yeah, because of that.
Thank God they changed it.
100%.
It looked weird.
100%, man. Yeah. So again, that doesn't mean we don't deserve accuracy. I'm just saying a little bit of grace. And again, we talked about earlier about how the figures looked back then compared to how they look now. You know what I'm saying? So if there's a better Predator figure than this at 1/6 scale, let me know so I can cop that one. But I've already pre-ordered this one. I am getting this one. I'm getting this one.
Got you. And it makes sense, man. It looks
bro, I want to mention on topic, dude, this was a superhero for me, bro. Like, I don't think people realize we didn't have live action superheroes, not too many of them. We had Hulk, Wonder Woman. Most of our stuff was animated. Dracula, Predator, like these kind of characters, as crazy as it, even Freddy Krueger was superheroes to me because we didn't have live action. Like, this dude had equipment. This was Batman to me, bro. Things that shoot out.
There he is.
Lasers.
Is that it?
Oh my Lord, that's it, yo.
That's it. Oh God.
Wow.
See the bullet we dodged?
Hold up. That's not even the half of it. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull this one up. Because I think now that y'all say that, I'm like, wow, I did not know this, man. For real.
Yeah, man.
But now that I'm seeing it, hold on. Oh wow. Opening the new. Get out of here, bro. Nah, man. Nah, bro. No.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that they cut it.
It's not it. That's not it. That's just not it.
I'm so glad that they cut it, bro. Yeah, nah. I'd have been like, nah. It probably wouldn't have went over well like it did. Yeah, I mean,
it became well. It had Schwarzenegger in it, so people would have went to go see it, but it probably wouldn't be the classic that it is now, man. Was it Kevin Peter Hall, bro?
Peter Hall, yeah.
Dude, Harry and the Henderson came out that same year.
Yeah,
that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Kevin Peter Hall was in the Harry and the Henderson, and there was another movie that another show that he was in. And I don't
Misfits
know.
of Science.
Misfits of Science. That's what I'm talking about. Because he was a tall dude that would touch the back of his neck and shrink. Misfits of motherfucking Science, bro.
Was him.
Yeah, he was in that, bro. Yep.
And Courtney Cox. Courtney Cox was in that one.
Yes, bro. Yep.
Yeah, that was a great show. I remember really liking that show, and then it was gone.
Yep, it was gone, bro. Like, it was an incredible show back in the day, and it was out for like a minute. And then gone. Like, it was definitely gone. But Kevin Peter Hall was definitely
Putting that work in at that time.
Yeah, he was putting. Here it is. Misfits of Science.
There you go.
That's what it was. Yep. The Misfits of Science back in the day. Yep.
Baby Courtney Cox.
Yep. Yep. This was an incredible show back in the day, and he was in it, man. He was touched the back of his neck. He was a tall ass dude, right? Yeah. But touched the back of his neck and would shrink.
He'd shrink down 6 inches or something like that.
We never got this over here.
Oh,
not that I know of.
It was short. It was short lived.
It was shortly lived.
Yeah, I think it lasted one season. I don't think it went past one season.
Yeah,
it was great though. But if they're doing Dutch, then I know there might be rights issues, obviously, but I hope they'll do Dylan, do Billy, do
man, that would be
what
nice.
Was this? The other
Carl Bleed.
Jesse Ventura.
Jesse Ventura. God, why didn't I even think of that? Yeah, Blaine.
Yeah.
And Bill Duke's character.
Bill Duke. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, do them all. Do the whole team. I want the whole team.
They could. They definitely could, man.
I think it's probably a rights issue because maybe they can't get them all, and if they can't do all of them, they don't want to do most of them. Maybe I don't know.
But you know what I'm gonna be pissed at though? I ain't gonna front. I'm gonna feel all types of way. But I know it's all for popularity. So let me just say this. I know it's all popularity. So I know that's why you would actually give us Dutch.
Yeah.
But you can give us Dutch, but then you can't give us Prey. You can't give us what's her name?
What's the girl name?
I keep forgetting her name from
Thunder. Mid-Thunder, Amber Mid-Thunder.
Yeah, Amber Mid-Thunder from Prey, man. You can't give us, come on, man, for real. But I get it. It's based off of popularity, and Arnold's the most popular, and they already had the body mold for it, so it made sense.
Yeah, they've got his head sculpt. They've got a million versions of him. They can do that one easy.
Yeah, but additional mask too.
That's from the. Is it okay? Because I thought they used that one.
I thought they did too when I first saw it, but not in this movie.
They didn't use it in this one, but you saw it in 2. You saw it as a prototype in Predator.
Predators.
Was it the one Predators?
Predators, the one where there's like a bunch of them.
Oh, okay.
Where they get all the people get taken to the other planet.
Because I thought that they used this. Remember at the very end when what's his name?
Danny Glover.
Danny Glover was on the ship.
Yeah,
and then we started seeing all the different. I thought that they basically showed it there.
Oh, maybe
they possibly could, because then that was the very first time when he was on the ship. We got a chance to see a xenomorph.
That's right.
Mitchell Lawrence said the mask was in Predator 2, and he is a specialist from across the pond.
It was in Predator 2. So definitely we got
Terminator 2. The biomass used that end of the Predator 2. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So we did get a chance to see it on the actual ship, so it was incredible. So they did bleed it off into that, but again, man, I'm excited for all my collector friends who are going to get this and indoctrinated to the point where it was like, yo, you're going to get this. So I had to hit up Ray, and because I can hear indoctrinator in my ear, like straight up, like I can. It's like almost like if I don't get it and I tell him I'm going to get it, but I don't get it, I can just almost
never going to hear the end.
I can remember sitting. I could just imagine sitting in my house and hearing somebody go. You open the door, and it'd be a whole bunch of dudes that just walk in. They just walk in with like black coats on, to just be walking in on diesel, and they just clear a path. And Docinator just walks in and just sits on my couch. It's like, hey, bro. Can I see that Predator real quick? Remember you said you was gonna get it? Let me see
it. You writing the script.
I'm writing the script. He come in with a complete duster on, bro. Part his coat, sit down and be like, yo, bro, show me that Predator real quick. Nope. Let me see that Predator real quick. Let me see it real quick. Let me see that real quick.
What's the release date for this? I forget now. It's not for a year, probably, right?
Yeah,
it's not for a while, man. Yeah. Let me see. Let me look it up real quick for you, because I know it's not going to be for a while.
It's got to be after January, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Maybe next summer.
But here's the thing, right? We say that. We say it though. We say it's not going to be a while, and then they always.
And then a month from now.
Yup.
Hey, it's released. What?
Yup. And I'm not trying to be in that space, man, because you already know how it's going to be, man. But they Hold up, let me see.
Oh, April to September 2020.
Okay, so
April
a
to
year
September.
from now.
Yeah. So
Okay.
again, we got some time, but then again, you never know because they already got the molds. They can just easy move this up.
Yeah,
so
maybe
we'll see. The base looks good too. Some people
base.
were telling me that they need to make the base bigger as well, because it's a bit too small. So I was like, all right, I get it. I definitely get it.
Now I did get the basic one. I didn't go all out, right? It was a 2 of them. I don't think I got the one with the base. Yeah,
you didn't get the deluxe version.
Yeah, the deluxe is dope, bro. But it's space and money. You know what I'm saying? And that hit both of those. So
he said, "Yeah, we got." Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, he said, "What you say? Pull up the pic I sent you. Hold up, which one? You sent it? When did you send it to me? Today? Hold on, let me see. Let me go in. I got you, bro.
But you probably get emails all the time, huh?
Oh man, every day, bro.
Man, I sent you a message the other day. I was like, man, I hope you get this about that Disney, about that light and magic.
Oh, here we go. Oh,
yeah, there's Van Damme. There it is.
Nah.
The mantis look like a
I'm
mantis.
so glad they didn't do this, bro. I'm so glad, man. Like, yeah, he looks like a cross between a predator and the Slee Stack from Land of the Lost.
Yes.
Man. Yeah.
He does look like a Slee Stack. You're right.
How does it sound?
Yeah.
I hated that sound, bro, but that's how it was.
Man.
Yeah, but nah, man, we did dodge a bullet on this one.
Yeah, I'm glad they did not go with that.
Yeah, I'm so glad they didn't do that, man. So definitely. But no, this looks good, man. It definitely looks good.
Dude, the 80s, man, the 80s will replace something in a heartbeat, won't they? I feel like RoboCop.
Yeah.
Back to the Future. Yeah. Like there's some stuff that they started filming and they was like, nah.
Bro, there were 4 concept arts of RoboCop. 4 concept arts of RoboCop, and it was supposed to be much bigger than what we got.
Right.
And they settled with that. So yeah.
Hey, they filmed half of Back to the Future with Eric Stoltz and then decided he wasn't right for it.
Yep. and then made it a point in the Flash movie to bring it up.
That's right.
They did. They pointed out that it was Eric Stoltz, and they wanted to make a point to let you know that Eric Stoltz was the original actor to play that role. Yep. So
that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, man.
That's right.
Eric Stoltz was one of my favorite movies of all time. Some Kind of Wonderful, man.
Some Kind of Wonderful.
Oh, word.
I watched that movie every week. Literally.
I'm a big what's that movie with the angels? That had Christopher Walken.
Oh, you talking about Eric Stoltz was in that
Prophecy.
as well.
Yeah,
Prophecy.
Yeah,
that's a good movie.
Yep. So definitely,
man. And Viggo Mortensen's in that too.
Yeah,
young Viggo Mortensen.
Yes,
playing the devil, right? Yeah,
playing the devil. Yeah.
Yes, he is. He did such a phenomenal job in that, though. Definitely, man. Movie. So, anyway, yeah, man, we covered a lot today, man. Great conversations. Day. Now I ain't gonna be able to see that Predator the same. You know, I'm going every time I see it, the theme music is gonna be Cher in the background, bro. Like straight up. Shit. Hey yo, share with the auto tune, bro. Like straight up, that's what I'm in here. Like that's what it's gonna be, man. Do you believe it? Like somebody, you know what? Somebody should take the scene, right? When Arnold is like, "Come on, killing me now!" Just in the background, bro.
The wind's blowing.
Killing me now! Come on! Yo, this in the background.
Oh my god.
Yo,
somebody, I don't know who, maybe Renz Tolentino.
Renz will do it.
Put the Predator sitting on top of that the battleship. On top of the guns in that battleship from the video.
Hilarious.
Yo, definitely, man. I cannot wait. But yeah, thank you guys, everybody out there, for being with us. Mandy, what you got going on?
This week, I'm doing a photo shoot tomorrow as a collab with a chap that I met on Instagram, and we're going to do a little collab thing. And then tomorrow night, picking up my figures from Toys on Fire. And then I'll probably try and photograph them this week. A little bit of work in between. I've got physio on Thursday. I haven't had physio for a month, so hopefully that'll go well. Brilliant.
Yeah.
That's it really. So just a little bit of photography and then a regular kind of week. But it's been nice. It's been a lot of fun. And lovely to kind of hang out with Prof as well.
Yeah.
So it's and Chewy and you, of course, Liam. But you know, and
you gotta get Prop. You know what I mean? I get it. We get it. You know,
it's the lit background, right? It's the purple and the red. It's the background.
It's the background.
Beautiful.
I get it.
Chewy got it too, though. So
we get it. We always.
I get it.
So yeah, nice. What a great sort of end to the week as well.
Yeah,
it's really nice to hang out.
Definitely. Thank you for being here as always.
Thank you.
I can't wait to see those photos. As soon as you get it, I know some photos we're gonna see in the next couple of days, so I cannot wait for it. Prop, man, what's going on with you, bro?
Yo, Mandy's life, but not as cool, right? I got photography stuff. My semester, y'all know I teach photography, and the semester starts tomorrow. And it's fun. It sounds fun, right? But to start a class where you got to actually teach someone how to turn the camera on, like they're that green. They're all artists, but you know, so with that being said, with school starting, man, I've been trying to film a bunch of Prop Wiz episodes. I've just been filming. I have no cool 1/6 scale figures. I only got little stuff, man. I got a Pee Wee Herman figure. That's how cool the Prop Wiz is going to be this week. I got the NECA. Okay, cool. So it's not just me.
Oh man, I love him. Pee Wee's Big Adventure is one of my favorite films.
It's just awesome,
so
man.
good.
There's a HBO documentary I want to really dive into that just
I saw that.
You saw it already?
They're basally showing.
No, I haven't watched it, but I saw it. I saw it that it's there. I haven't watched it yet.
It's crazy because if you're watching it, he even gets mad at the interviewer for interrupting him.
Really?
He
had a personality, man. But everybody
he got that personality.
You know what I'm
now,
saying?
mind you, this was filmed before he passed away.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Paul Rubens as himself, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, Paul Rubens himself, man. So definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro.
That's it, man. Glad to be here. Glad to hang out with you guys. Glad to be here, yo.
Appreciate it, man.
Hey, obviously, because I rushed home. The wifey was mad, man. I got the message. Yo, I got somewhere to be. 1/6 scale, man, put up the bat signal. I got somewhere to be.
Tell her I said my bad. She gets it. Man, thank you for being here and coming through as always, man. If you haven't already, Prop Wiz on Instagram and Facebook, man, make sure you head over there for some great content. As always, Chewy, man, let them know what you got going on, man, and also let them know about your channel too, man. I'm gonna pull this up while we talk about it because you need to talk about it.
I this week was a little hectic family stuff, so I wasn't able to get my videos done. But I've got my final 2 episodes of 6 Scale Archaeology that will be. Hopefully on the next couple of days, I'll put them both on together, I think, because now it's been so long. But yeah, it's been a labor of love, the little 6 Scale Archaeology thing, but I'm going to start doing the live streams once that's done. And then obviously you're all invited, as well as everybody out there in the internet. You're all invited. But yeah, it's going to be a busy week again, just like every other week for me digging in a hole.
That's so exciting. That's so ice though. That's so
very
ice.
Dirty. It's very dirty. It's very
archaeologist. That's
but, you know, it's a living.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's great. It's great to finally meet Prop Wiz. I haven't done a show with him yet.
Right. Yeah,
so this is the first. So it's wonderful to meet you. And yeah, what else?
Yeah.
Don't think there's anything else. Just be ready for my final 2 episodes of 6 Scale Archaeology, and when we will start the short live streams soon.
Yes, cannot wait, man. Definitely. Come on, man.
But thanks again. Man. Thanks again for having me on. I appreciate it.
As always, man. If you haven't already, get on there, subscribe. Let us know, man. She said I have to check it out, Chewy. So definitely, subscribe as well. Everybody, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure that you do so, because it's definitely important.
When you
Mandy,
subscribe, you get a little free bag of dirt. So he'll send those out to all subscribers if you send him lots of money and pants.
I send everybody a little tiny piece of an artifact that I illegally removed from sites when people aren't looking.
You already know. Definitely. Man.
I don't do that. I do not do that.
No.
I don't do that.
Definitely, man. Thank you for being here. And everybody out there, thank you for being in the chat. What do we got going on this week? Of course, if there's any other releases, we will be talking about that as well. So you'll see a couple episodes of The Corner if something actually drops. Also, we got Comic Book Talk with Friends tomorrow. Bro, we got a lot to talk about tomorrow, bro.
Yeah, bro.
We got a lot to talk about tomorrow because we got some things we're going to be discussing. So we got some things to talk about tomorrow as well. So check in, tune in for that. As always, of course, we got, Say What Wednesday. We'll be covering whatever's going to be happening. I'm hearing so far some things, some rumblings. Shinhati might be coming this week, so we'll see. So there's some rumblings out there. So there's going to be some conversations. Please get this figured right. Please get this figured right.
Oh, yes.
Oh, God.
We'll see how it's going to go, that and among other things. So we just got to see how that's going to look. And we got Uncivilized Scoundrels on Thursday. And then on top of that, we got Figure Flex Friday. So, the saga continues as always over here. But thank you guys for being here. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Man, just be civil, kind to everybody out there, man. Stay collected, man. And go to your lounge, chill out for the rest of your day. Hopefully the weather will hold up for you. But other than that, talk to you guys later. We will see y'all again. We are out.